Some interviewers thought they could embarrass Michael Jackson on live TV. Instead, they ended up embarrassing themselves. Here are the unforgettable moments when Michael's calm, clever responses left everyone speechless.
I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons to...
Okay, number one, this is the situation.
Yes.
I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help, okay? But when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
So it is.
It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it, okay? But what about all the millions of people? Let's reverse it.
Okay.
What about all the millions of people who sit out in the sun to become darker, to become other than what they are? Nobody says nothing about that.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller, around Off the Wall Thriller, sometime
And what did you
around there.
think? I mean,
It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
Yeah, Wacko Jacko. Where'd that come from? Some English tabloid. I have a heart and I have feelings. I feel that when you do that to me. It's not nice. Don't do it.
Michael Jackson spent much of his life facing interviews that felt more like interrogations than conversations. Yet the harder the questions became, the calmer he remained. Instead of reacting with anger, he answered with quiet confidence, a gentle smile, or sometimes just a few words before letting the silence speak for itself. And those unforgettable moments show why Michael always left the biggest impression.
How what?
how nervous are you right now?
I'm not nervous at all, actually.
You really aren't.
No, I never get nervous.
You don't?
No.
No, not even for your first interview and it's live around the world? I thought you'd be a little nervous, but that's great, because if you're not nervous, I won't be nervous. I just wanted to let the world know that when we agreed to do this interview, you said that you would be willing to talk to me about everything, and we haven't discussed one single question that's going to be asked here tonight. Just wanted to make that right.
That's very true.
Very.
Then came the question everyone remembers. Are you a virgin? Without hesitation or anger, Michael simply smiled and replied, I'm a gentleman, turning an awkward moment into an unforgettable one.
I'm going to ask you this, and it's embarrassing for me to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Are you a virgin?
How could you ask me that question?
I just want to know. I want to know.
I'm a gentleman.
You're a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
So,
I'm a gentleman.
okay, I would interpret that to mean that means that you believe that a lady is a lady, and therefore...
That's something that's private. I mean, you know, shouldn't be spoken about openly. You can call me old-fashioned if you want, but, you know, to me that's very personal.
So you're not going to answer it?
I'm embarrassed.
And that's exactly why the Oprah interview is the perfect place to start. In 1993, Michael Jackson gave his first live television interview in 14 years. But it quickly became clear this would be far more than a typical celebrity conversation.
It's crazy.
Do you go out? Do you date?
Yes.
Who do you date?
Well, right now it's Brooke Shields. Well, we try not to just be everywhere and go it's mostly at home. She'll come over, I'll go to her house, because I don't like going out in the public.
Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
With Brooke Shields?
Yes, and another girl.
And another girl?
By the mid-1990s, the interviews had become far more intense. The questions were no longer about fame. They focused on controversy, rumors, and suspicion. That's what makes Michael Jackson's 1995 primetime live interview with Diane Sawyer and Lisa Marie Presley one of his most compelling conversations.
Who proposed? I mean, how did marriage actually get discussed?
Well, at first, this is what happened. When she was 18, I used to tell my lawyer, John Branca, do you know Lisa Marie Presley? He'd go, well, I represent her mother. I go, well, can you get in touch with her? Because I think she's really cute. And he'd laugh every time. He goes, I'll do my best. That's what he'd say. Then he'd come back. I said, well, did you find out? He said, no, there's nothing. So I would worry him about this all the time. The next thing I noticed, there's a picture on a magazine cover where she's married, which really tore me to pieces.
Nearly 60 million people tuned in to watch, making it one of Michael Jackson's most closely watched interviews. Coming after the 1993 allegations, it felt less like a conversation and more like a public trial, as Michael and Lisa Marie Presley faced relentless skepticism and intense media scrutiny.
Did you ask Michael about the charges? Did the two of you talk about the impact of the marriage on the allegations?
Absolutely not. He called, I was in touch with him through the whole process of this charges going on. I was talking to him when he disappeared. I was actually supposed to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico when he left and disappeared, and I got a call that he wasn't going to be there, and I was actually part of the whole thing with him, but talking to him on the phone. So I didn't...
Did you say to him, are they true?
No, I didn't. No, I actually did not.
I want to take a minute here, and I'm going to come back to the marriage.
Sorry, he went on and on and on about it, so I didn't really have to say, are the allegations true? It was, you know, on the phone, you know, and
over and over
just
again.
constant, yeah.
What made this moment unforgettable wasn't Michael's anger. It was his refusal to let the interview control the narrative. This wasn't an ordinary celebrity interview. It was one of the year's biggest television events, where every word and every expression was examined as if it were evidence.
We have called everyone we can call. We have checked everything we can check. We have gone and tried to see if what we heard before is in fact the case. I want to ask you about two things. These reports that we read over and over again, that in your rooms they found photographs of young boys, not of adults.
Young boys,
not,
there's children, all kind of girls and everything.
and that they found photographs, books, of young boys who were undressed.
No,
Didn't happen.
no, not that I know of, unless people sent me things that I haven't opened. People know my love for children, so they send me books from all over the world, from South America, from Germany, from Italy, from Sweden.
So if people say that they found those things, if there's an indication, let them come forward, let them produce them, right?
Yeah, because I get all you wouldn't believe the amounts of mail that I get. And if you say to somebody, you know, if I let the fans know I love Charlie Chaplin, I'll be swarmed in Charlie Chaplin paraphernalia. But if I say I love children, which I do, they swarm me with everything pertaining to kids.
Then came the 60 Minutes interview, arguably Michael Jackson's most uncomfortable. Speaking with Ed Bradley, he faced one of the most controversial questions of his career about sharing his bed with children, making it clear this would be anything but an easy conversation.
Here is part of that conversation.
What is your response to the allegations that were brought by the district attorney in Santa Barbara that you molested this boy?
Totally false. Before I would hurt a child, I would slit my wrists. I would never hurt a child. These are totally false. I was outraged. I could never do something like that.
This is a kid you knew?
Yes.
How would you characterize your relationship with this boy?
I've helped many, many, many children, thousands of children. Cancer kids, leukemia kids. This is one of many.
That British documentary last February, which you didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You said in that documentary that many children have slept in your bedroom. You said,
Yes.
and I'm going to quote here, "Why can't you share your bed? The most loving thing to do is to share your bed with someone."
Yes.
As we sit here today, do you still think that it's acceptable to share your bed with children?
Of course.
And that's what made these moments so powerful. Michael Jackson didn't need to raise his voice to make an impact. Instead, he stayed calm and protected his dignity, even when the questions became deeply uncomfortable. The tougher the interview, the more composed he remained. If you enjoyed this look back at Michael's most memorable interviews, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share which one impressed you the most in the comments.